So what the hell is an alpha female? Because if you were to look it up on Google, there's like 100+ definitions. So I actually have a list of like pros and cons and my personal definition of alpha female, because personally I believe that an alpha female, myself, I am a very self-reliant, independent person who really doesn't need anybody or anything to be successful in life. And that can also be an issue when you are in a relationship as an alpha female, because a lot of men and women tend to be a little bit afraid of alpha females because we exude so much positive energy and so much power that it can be a little bit scary. Also, the majority of alpha females, we tend to be very blunt, okay? That can also be a good thing or a bad thing. A lot of people have told me that they hate how blunt I am because I am 1000% honest. If I think that you look horrible, I'm gonna fucking tell you if you ask me. So don't ask me, because I will give you my 1000% honest opinion. And I think a lot of people think that they would like that, but when it comes down to the reality of things, people don't like honesty. People like being sweet talked and lied to, because that's what we're used to in 2017, unfortunately. Just a bunch of BS. So a problem with being an alpha female is that we don't know how to sweet talk. We don't know how to bullshit. We're gonna give you a very blunt answer that you may not want to hear, that you will be hearing from us. But if you look at it, at the positive aspect of it, is the fact that you don't have to deal with the passive aggressive bullshit that the majority of beta females will give you. So what's wrong, honey? Nothing, nothing. You know, we're gonna fucking tell you what's wrong, and you will definitely probably know before you even ask us. So yeah, it could be a little bit intimidating. So we definitely are independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant, and we like to challenge our partners or anybody. And I've noticed that I like to challenge people from tiny little things. It could be about diet or politics, or even massive things such as finances when I'm in a relationship with, you know, somebody who I'm splitting the bills with or whatnot. So it could be very intimidating because early on, I like to set my ground rules, and since I'm very open sexually, I want to let the person know, okay, what are you into? Are you okay with polygamy, monogamy? What do you want? And if it doesn't go with what I want, then I will tell them to get the hell out, because we're going to be wasting each other's time, and who wants to waste time? Life is too short for that bullshit. So definitely straight up in that sense. But one of the positive things about being or dating an alpha female is the fact that you will never ever feel tied down, because alpha females, we will not be your typical woman who is calling you, texting you every 5 minutes to know where you're at, unless of course you fucked up already. Then we definitely keep tabs, but we don't really need you, okay? We know deep in our hearts that we don't need you, which is good, but can make the man feel unwanted at sometimes. And a lot of the times, a lot of the guys I've dated are like, how come you never text me? How come you never call me? Like, you know, they think that they expect women to be on their ass 24/7 because that's what they're used to. So when they get something different, they're like, something is wrong. Is she not into me? And that doesn't mean we're not into you. We just don't need you, but we want you. So it makes it even better, because you know, when we want you, you'll definitely know from an alpha female. Definitely know. So we can definitely be competitive, difficult, and one of the things that I think gets alpha females off is just being in power, being in charge, and we love being free. So if any man or woman gets in the way of our freedom, we definitely step all over them and tell them to get the hell out, because that's one of the things about being an alpha. You don't ever want to feel tied down. You want it to feel as if you're there because you want to be there, not because you need to be there. So if anyone makes us feel the latter, then you fucking try to do whatever the hell to get out of that situation, because alphas don't do so well in that situation. So like I said, an alpha will definitely push you and challenge you, and definitely going to leave an impact in your life, which if you're, I don't want to say a weak man, but if you're not a man who has the capacity to deal with the I don't know how to put it. If you don't have the capacity to deal with an alpha woman's, I guess, attitude and rules and being able to be free and being blunt, then you will definitely get crushed under all the pressure. But if you're a man who has the capacity to deal with everything and learn from it, it's actually going to probably make you a better person, from what I've heard from men dating alpha women, because they're pushed, you know, their boundaries are pushed and they tend to grow as men or as people, and that's always good. You always want to grow and learn from any experiences, and who doesn't want to grow? I mean, it makes you a better person all around. So you can either get crushed by an alpha or just be awesome. So it's either or. But yeah, guys, that's what it's like being an alpha. So now you guys know my personal definition. Mwah.